Hey guys, how the hell are you? And welcome back once again to Arnold Drinks. My name is Arnold, and tonight I drink. So this is awesome. Finally got a bottle of this for myself. This is a local wheat whiskey that I previously have tried at a store tasting that I just happened upon at one point in my travels. I remember the whiskey itself having a rather nice taste to it. At that point, I don't feel like my palate was very developed, so I definitely want to revisit it, but sadly have not been able to find the little 375s, the little pints that these come in until just recently I happened upon one. So picked one up, and now I get to share the experience with you guys and let you know how this is. This is a local wheat whiskey, like I was mentioning. This is Banner Wheat Whiskey out of Manor, Texas. Here I am in the Austin, Texas area. Manor is an East Austin suburb. It's 46% alcohol by volume, so this is a 92 proofer. Right off the bat on the aroma, getting a lot of cherry and a lot of honey. A little bit of like kind of an apple pie filling kind of thing as well too, but definitely not more so than the honey and the cherry. The honey and the cherry are definitely the predominant notes there. A little bit of sugary sweetness in there too. And then there's the vanilla. Definitely more vanilla than caramel in this whiskey. Speaking of this whiskey, I should mention too, very viscous looking around the glass there. Definitely a lot of legs going around that glass, and also a bit of a darker color than you typically expect. I know sometimes with the lighting behind me it seems a little weird, but that is a dark wheat whiskey. Enough yammering. Let's put this down the hatch. Let's try it a little bit. So a lot of astringency, a lot of tannic dryness that happens kind of right off the bat, just kind of pulling together and clenching the inside of my cheeks a little bit. A little bit of a soft kind of alcohol presence that's in there. It's a little spicy, but you can tell it's not necessarily like a rye spiciness, because there's absolutely no rye in this. In this mash bill, there's nothing but wheat and then a little tiny bit of malted barley. Mostly that kind of soft winter wheat sweetness that's in there, and that's definitely coming through on the flavor notes. That big, bold honey and cherry. A little bit of graininess in there too, so kind of a fruity, sugary dessert treat. A little bit like a peach pie, peach cobbler kind of thing. Sugar drizzle across the top. A little bit of caramel that's on there as well. I'm getting a ton of vanilla though. Ton of vanilla. Oily, viscous, vanilla, milky cream with a lot of honey in there. In the land of milk and honey, as they say. And that is definitely kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. Kind of a milky, honey-like, sugary sweetness that's in there. But it's a little bit earthy as well. Not like super dusty, dry peatiness, but just a little bit earthy. Just something that I think the sort of alcohol heat that's in the palate and in the finish is just kind of bringing to the forefront a little bit. Quite nice. Let's go in for yet another sip, see if anything new comes out. Okay, so this time around, there's actually a little bit of nuttiness that comes through on the back end, like on the very back end of the palate, and then on the finish, there's a little bit of like a peanut or almond kind of note that's in there. It's definitely not as prominent as it would be from like, say, a Beam product, but it's definitely there. It's just sort of hiding in the wings a little bit, letting the honey, letting the vanilla and the peach, that little bit of apple that's in there too, letting all that do its thing, and then kind of out of nowhere, here comes that little bit of nuttiness that's just in the back of the mouth. It's quite nice. It's just kind of interesting all around. Just kind of an all-around fantastic local craft whiskey. Like, it's not super rich and complex. It's just got kind kind of a lot of everything, if that makes any sense. The price point might be something that turns off a few people. This is $35 for the pint bottle, which, you know, I'd like it if it was a little less expensive. This being a craft whiskey, though, it just kind of comes with the territory. You're gonna pay a little bit for the craft aspect of it. If this was to come in fifths for about $45, I would buy that any day of the week. So thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel. This channel is growing very, very steadily, and I very much appreciate that. Those of you that have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so and just help push this channel along a little bit further. And as always, remember, take what you do seriously. Do not take yourselves too seriously.